Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Um, my name is Khairul Ikhwan ZAMRI, and today I want to present my lab 3 for ITT440, uh, which is fork and pipe. Okay, so actually two different exercise, which is first is the exercise to compile the program and note the output, and then these two write a program in C for two childs and wait for two childs to exist, and then the program will output the status of both child. And then the secondly is to write a program in C that for two child but only wait for the one child to exit, and then the program output the status. Before that, disclaimer that that the output from the code is really different but not fully successful. So but it is based on my research and my from my other friends codes. So and then we need to compile the program, two different programs, and then the exercise of write a file in C that for two child. In the child, users are able to enter strings to write into the pipe. So first let us compile this program first. Okay. So these are the codes. Okay. The example codes for first codes. Okay. So now let's run the program. Okay. So these are the outputs. Okay. These are the outputs. So first is the parent first. Okay. The parent first, and they come up with the parent ID and then the child ID, and then the parent ID. So we need to enter its status. Let's say it's 1. So it say that I'm out of here. Okay. Um, Along with the child exist status for the child. Okay. Now we want to run a code, two exercises of the code. Okay. 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 Testing. Okay. Now we want to run coding for exercise 1 and 2. First, the exercise 1 is to run a fox. Okay, build two fox, and then come up with the exit status. Come up with the exit status of both of the child. Okay, from the parent. Okay. Um. Okay. So let's see the code. Okay. Now this is the coding exercise. Okay. So actually I have run PID1, PID2 for two child, and then the exit variable RV1 and RV02, and then I run two fox, and then I run. I'm sorry. Okay. I run 2 forks, and then yeah, in the wait exit status. The parent process actually it come up with two PIDs. It come up with two PIDs. Two PIDs, which is child 1 PID and child 2 PID, and then the parent PID, and then it waiting for the child process to exit, and then the child process will be run, and then it will if the child process is exit, and then the parent will output of the exit status of both of the child. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, my parent process, my child PID 229 and child PID 230. Okay, now this is the process 1. This is the child process. My PID 230, which is child 1. My parent PID is 228. Okay, my PID is 20, child 1, and then 229, child 2, and then and then the child have with using the code exit, and then the child exit data will come out based the outputs. Okay, now we want to run an exercise 2, which is to run 2 forks, but actually the output has only 1 fork only. Okay, so actually it's simple one. I just delete the child 2's code, and then it and now let's run the code. Okay, so this is the output. Okay, so output the process as usual, and then it will come out with one child only, one child process only. Okay, next we want to run a coding for next 2 example and 1 exercise. Okay, testing. Okay, now the next is to run 2 more code example, which is to construct pipes, and then run fork, and then the second example is run pipe and fork once. Okay, so the first example is this. So in this code, PFDS is the pipe variable, and then PFDS and buff. PFDS is the pipe variable, and buff is the variable. So it will run the pipe construct pipe if pipe value is -1, and then it come up with the error message, and then um, first it will print message writing the file descriptor for the pipe value, and it will write the data test. Okay, actually the code is input test, already input test, and it will save in pipe, and then the read code will be it will read write code. The test will be saved to buff, save FDS and buff, and then read code will be reading based on buff and PFDS variable based on the pipe. So and then based on the reading result, it will come up with the result read. It will come up read result based on the pipes. So it will output based on that. Okay, so let's run the code. Okay. Now let's see is it says writing to file descriptor number 4, and then reading for file descriptor number 3, and then you read test because the number is 5, so it will it write first write test into the variable, and then it will read based on variable, it will read the test, and then it will put from buff, and after read from pipe, and then the output save to buff, and then it will come up with message test. Okay. Secondly is for and pipe once. So this is the example. Okay, so let's run the code. So this code, it will read the function parent first. Parent reading pipe, and then it will read from the buff from the child, and then at the time that the parent read, it will run the child already. So after they write the test string into pipe variable, and then the zip, and then meanwhile the parent will be waiting until child process exit, and then it will come up with output read based on the child output string. Okay. I want to show you the coding exercise. Actually, the output is a little bit different, so I don't know why, because it has this slightly error on that. Okay, testing. Okay, next, this is the coding exercise for fork and pipe codes. I run two buff variable, and then one pipe variable, and then I construct two forks. Okay, for child 01 and child 02, and then it will read the pipe from pipe variable, and then read child. But the output is slightly different, so let's run the code. Okay, so the parent, and then child 02 and 01. Yes. Okay, this the output. I don't know why the output is become like this. Um, supposedly output from child 01 and child 01 it exists, but instead child 02 it exists. Yeah, exit. Okay, child 2 it exit, and output from 01 is test, but 02 doesn't output. So I don't know why, but I just presented to you. So yeah, I think that's all from me. So thank you for watching.